Ah! Yorkie the Barbarian here. Before the founding of House Yorkie, before Yorkshire was even on the maps. Hey people, the brigands and brigantia. Let's take you back in time to my time in Golarion. Pathfinder Kingmaker. Now, we're underway. Visit the Goblin Village Witch Hunt. Meet Kess and Neil Lamashtu. And we had also just done finding out about the seeds that are causing monsters to appear from infected people. Back to the throne room, see what's what. There's Dragon. Oh no, it's Adam. Adam mumbled to himself, pulling on his beard. Finally he noticed you. Because Barbarian, allow me to speak for those who cannot protect themselves and their faith. The priests of Eristil and the priests of the other gods. We've all turned against the ancient faith that once flourished in the stolen lands, now long since passed into eternity. Their final traces are the ancient shrines and idols, which lay hid among these swamps and woods, symbols of transience and decay. They wish to demolish these idols. They seek to destroy with fire and chisel all that would remind them that all things must come to an end. Well, isn't coming to an end appropriate for them? Adam strokes his beard broodingly. Whoever it was that once worshipped these idols, their faith deserves our respect. So you, who want to dwell on the fact that everything ends, want something to continue. Adam, you're a hypocrite. It is your decision, but I would not destroy these ritual places just because the god they are devoted to isn't well known. I don't agree with destroying them anyway, but leave them where they stand. Barask, what you got for us? Your grace, I come bearing gifts. Nice. Extinguisher, with such weapons, you can go on raids and protect your lands. Keep at it, Varask. Badly. Eating the poor. Yeah, we can do that. We got that going on. All right. We can't afford to do that just now. What else have we got? Get that done. Get him promoted. Nice. Do masterpiece, good. Monster sightings, beaten, good. Eating the poor and weak, good. Right, so let's see what we got. Opportunity. Problem, bandits outrage. Who can we rank up at the moment? Nobody. Fine. Who can we do regions? Valerie, so it's region or high priest. Go to events. That's fine. Rusty Dog's opportunity. Tragedy at the mine. Event of the month. Okay. Opportunity. Problem, mysterious weed. Chandra, thank you. Wise man, opportunity. And you'll be claiming that. Bunga. We'll skip that. All good. Get that done. Artisans of the North. Now marches to do. Dogs. Get that out of there for now. Problem. Letter from Megavan. Old mysterious cults are him. Yes. Blighted. Can't do anything about that one. Temple for the people. An event of the month. All of them. Right, Chandra, what you got? Wagon trains from Varnold have arrived in the capital. Sends you his regards and asks you to accept his humble aid. He hopes will last through these times. Fine. Now, we need a place up here. Let's do it there. That can be the Broadford. Right, that's good. Now we can head out. Obliteration. Guess we're waiting for that to change. Got to go to the north now, marchers. Got to talk to Nazriel. All good. Right, gang, let's head out. Hang on. Yeah, we're all good. What's going on here? Stop yelling and listen to me. I'm trying to talk some sense into you. There's nothing to talk about, I love. This is my home. I was born here and I'll die here. You dolt, that's what I'm saying. You stay and you'll die before your time. Can't you see what's going on? Monsters, goblins and bandits. Turn your back for a moment and there's some fiend crawling right out your neighbour's entrails. You talk too much. Just do your work. Pray to Eristel. Stay close to your home and family. That's all there is to it. We've seen worse. Aye, back when we were half your age and unmarried. Eric, old friend, think of Jenny and your little ones. What if some beast comes knocking on your door? You're a woodcutter, not a swordsman. We have to leave the barony while we still can. I'd still have mercy, your grace. Forgive me, your grace. We were just discussing the crops. No, you bloody weren't. Well, I'm not going to actually kill him. No, that won't work. I don't want to drive people away. I understand that you're worried about your close ones and yourself. Bear with me. That loyal, upstanding people like myself, I can never rescue this realm from the evils plaguing it. Yeah, whatever. That'll work. Both men listen to you quietly, then look at each other, then clumsily bow to you. We understand you, Grace. These are tough times indeed. And there are things, all sorts of things that you have to deal with. Don't you go listening to fools. The loyal and true will stand by your side. Right, that's that done. Out we go. Level 9. Over 20,000 left. First one up to the thing. The new city or new village. Now there, really. Go up there. Thornford. Oh. Broadford. Whatever. You're gonna die. Shouldn't have attacked me.
I'm superior!
One dead dread skeleton. Not much to dread about it, was there? Now we got to see what's going on here.
Onwards!
Going off here. The young half-elf looks up at you exhausted. Somebody has recently given him a black eye. There's panic in his voice. I beg you, help me. I haven't done anything wrong. What's going on? Greetings, Your Grace. I apologise for the noise. Our captain thought it would be a good idea to make an example of this criminal. Keep the public in line, you know. This one turned out to be a little noisy. I looked shocked and terrified by his circumstance. You're the local ruler, aren't you? I beg you for your mercy. I've been arrested as a thief and I'm about to go to jail. I haven't done anything wrong. I've never taken anything that wasn't mine. Someone slandered me for stealing property from a merchant in the capital. We had a deal. He promised to lend me money for a new workshop. Is this true or not? But I promised not to I didn't take a single coin. All a lie, I beg you, please. Nobody believes me. The merchant's name is Assoff. I know him. I'll have a word. Right, I'll go have a word and see what's what. You better be telling the truth. Get rid of junk. And Kimo Tavon. Boy, he's a tall, pale elf. Soft feature with his face sharply contrasting the angular figure. But his woeful gaze is fixed on the ground. He finally notices you and startled, blinks at you absent-mindedly. Starts talking slowly. Slightly elongating his words, he speaks. Good day. Who are you? Kimo Tavon. With a wide smile, the elf slowly nods at you. That's an odd name for an elf. The elf shrugs. My parents named me Kimiel. My friends decided the name didn't suit me, and so, well... What are you doing here? The elf blushes ever so slightly and lowers his gaze. I can't tell you. The secret. Yeah, I'm the boss round here, so you better open up. Although, if you promise to help me. What do I get if I help? In that case, I shall give you my spear. I make a lot of handy things out of wood. Call me Ulrika. What do you need? That is a secret. I'm not going to agree to help before I know what you need. Well, if you insist. Nunuk, the hunter, told me he saw an incredibly beautiful flower growing in the swamp. I'd go and pick it myself, but I fear I'd become lost. Also, there's monsters there. So, will you help me? Yeah, alright. Flower power it is, bloody hippie. I wouldn't, but you sound like you'd be able to make me some stuff. Which either will be useful or sellable.
Follow.
So I need to be in capital for that. And swamp, I'm guessing that swamp which is hut. Yeah, right there. Don't need no peaceful travellers, just get on your way.
I need to catch my breath. Why don't we set up camp?
Oh, Reggie don't get exhausted, does he? Just wearing that thing.
Right. Who tied a bell to my tail while I was asleep?
It wasn't me.
Lindsay, knock it off. Visit the Goblin Village. Read Keston's. I haven't read Keston's note yet. Okay. Your Grace, please forgive me my sudden disappearance. Deemed myself more use among your subjects than at court. The people are afraid, Your Grace. They believe that they've been forgotten, that their ruler couldn't care less about the simple folk. Yeah, I know it's that. Even as they perish each and every day. For this reason, those who can bear arms and start to take matters in their own hands. A wild mob is a force to be reckoned with, and you already have enough to worry about. Fortunately, I was able to convince people that I'm on their side. In the end, I decided to lead this militia myself, in order to be the first one to know whenever people learn something new, and protect them from making rash decisions. I've led troops before, and your subjects view me as one of their own. Do you ever stop waffling, Keston? The little of the gods, blah de blah. I'll finish writing this letter. I'll lead a squad of my best men there. Alright, so we got to meet him somewhere. He does bloody go on. There's something down there. Right there. I know there was a place to jump here. I'm guessing it's somewhere around here. There's room for monsters in that dark area.
We do it my way.
Ah, there.
I've done your request.
You should take a look.
Owlbears. Alright then.
What's taking so long?
Just letting the ink dry.
Ba er riti. Ba er riti. Ba er riti. Ba er riti. Al so down. Na er orama. Na er orama. Ba er riti. Na er orama. Ba er riti.
I yearn for entertainment.
Give that to her. You can have a shield. And you can have arcane weapon enhancement. And then you can give that to the dog. And you can give it to yourself. We'll have these. And on the dog.
Something bothering you? Aporane sentes. Ona Adayana. Ona Adayana.
Together we are unstoppable. Cut them to pieces! Out of my way!
Inspire greatness. Oh.
Taste my fury.
You missed. What do you want to do? Have them play fetch with it? Ooh. No misses at all, that's not good.
Run them through!
You'd have thought the missions would be doing something useful. The concealment. Not. Tristan, get in there and heal.
I'll cut you! Let's hear you cry!
Right, that's one of them dead. Try this.
This is going to hurt.
Die for me! Die!
Alright, he's dead. Now what about this one?
Consider me provoked.
That missed.
Burn.
Repent!
That's not what I wanted from you, Tristan.
Bleed for me.
Out of my way, yeah.
This is for you!
Flames take you.
Fear me.
Alright. We'll have you down then.
Run them!
There we are. Elbay's done. Greater enraged ones at that. Hey, that must be pretty flower. We got the lad covered. Oh.
Be halted.
Oh, there's something else up there.
Over there!
And there. That's some kind of dueling sword, I guess. I would use it. I don't think we do. Reg isn't using it, is he? Nah.
Easy as murder.
And up we go. Need to head home for that one. Then we can head back with both of them. Need to talk to Nazriel. Need to talk to Keston. And then there's a Goblin Village as well. Go this way. That seems to be the closest thing. Hang on. What's going on up here? Events. Greedy tax collector. Can't do anything. 3 days for Chandra to be back. Right, let's have a run round here.
I see.
Get what we can. Well, we have a word with him and see what else is there. Bit of a ring. And off we go. Seeing Keston nods under his coat, you notice a suit of armour, a sword hangs at his belt. Happy to see you. I received your letter and came as soon as I could. Thank you. I've decided you'd like to see this place with your own eyes. Lamashtu Shrine is on the other side of the hill. Yeah, I just looked. Just we ambushed right there. I'm ready. There we are. There's the cultists. We'll take them down. Come to me, Lamashtu's children. Today we praise our great mother, who imbued. Praise be Mother of Beasts, a glorious day. We are here, Lamashtu. Lamashtu favours us. He blessed the pack with new cub, a beautiful female cub. Marked by yes, at last. Praise be the sacred divine. Okay, they're speaking rather quickly. You'll have to read it yourself. Sounds like they're crazy anyway. In we go.
Let's make this quick.
I think with these lot we could just go in, don't you?
Taste my fury.
Leading you out of our story.
Dawnflower, grant
I don't want him going round with me. I'd drop him back at the capital when I can. Right, catch the flying cultist then. They went this way. This way? Then they went this way. Triumph over the wicked Lameshtu cultist proved incomplete. Some villain or villainess had slipped away under the cover of darkness into a narrow gorge amongst the rocks. Without a second thought, our brave Baron, loyal Keston, and his comrades in arms rushed after the fleeing figure. The figure clad in black was barely visible in the dark. The villain had got far ahead of us. The last moment, the Baron noticed the prey had turned aside and disappeared behind the rocks. They decided to take a shortcut to the catch the cultist by surprise. The party started climbing up a stone ridge. Climbing in the darkness was a difficult task, it's not a joke. When you try to catch a stable rock and hear the small stones crumble under your feet. Several times it seemed our heroes were out of luck. But their stubbornness and the thought of runaway cultists floating about eluded them. Alright, we're getting there. So our heroes found themselves at the top, and just in time the cultist, barely visible in the dark, was threading his way through the gorge directly beneath them. It seemed the cultist was so focused on finding his footing that he didn't notice pursuers perched above him, giving the Baron a chance to strike. What will our heroes do? Boulders rumbling down the slope, the column of dust, the triumphant cries from above. That would be enough for Lameshtu herself to turn tail. The cultist wasn't any better. He lost his footing and his escape turned into an awkward tumble. Causing him to trip and stumble among the rocks. Darkness failed to cover the peculiar way the runaway walked. The robed figure was limping badly, dragging their right leg. Despite that, the cultist vanished into the darkness without a trace. Hardy followed. Alright. Our brave heroes reached the edge of the plateau where the vastness of the Canelands opened before them. An ocean of high grass as far as the eye could see. A beautiful sight, but finding our quarry in this green sea, it would prove impossible. With our heads down and our hopes lost, we descended to where a small streamlet flowed among the stones. And then, there before us, good fortune. In his haste, our villain had run through the high grass, leaving a trail for all to see. The party immediately set off, driven by a single desire to capture the criminal who dared to escape the punishment of the Baron, and had left us on this unwelcome chase. We moved as swiftly as we could, but even the ground seemed to fight us. Rock gave way to mud which grew deeper as we marched on and seemed to grab at our boots. Even the wind began to rise, lashing at our cloaks, and a foul scent filled the air. Sure signs we were heading towards the Nile Marchers. Soaking wet and exhausted, our heroes came upon a cabin at the edge of the swamp. According to Keston, it was a hunter's lodge. Owned by Dumra, a hunter who lived there alone, was known for a great temper and little patience. It looked as though it might be a place where the cultists would seek shelter. It was unlikely the runaway would brave the depths of the Nile Marchers, so the Baron pushed the door open and stepped inside. We were looking for someone like might have a limp. The lodge is lit with only a few candles and on the tables and counter. Shadows lie thick around the room. A number of people are here. A well-dressed couple. Don't think it's them. They're a couple. This was definitely an individual. Could be a cover, but I'm guessing not. A girl in simple dress dozes near the wall. Possible. Counter is an untidy dwarf. Where she's wiping the mugs. Alright, so it's not going to be her. That'll be Dumra. And there's clanging of pots and so on in the kitchen. Things have gone from bad to worse. We must find the cultists before they flee. People all look surprised and concerned. Each seems to recognise you. Ask themselves, what is the rule of these lands doing here at such a late hour, flanked by armed guards? Keston's hand falls to his weapon. Your Grace, I'm ready to make an arrest. But if you wish to investigate further before making a decision, I'll make sure no one leaves the lodge until you give the order. I've got two I want to look at. The girl here and whoever's in the kitchen. Olika. A young woman Probably not limping. Wearing plain dress and a hooded cloak. Her belly is swollen. Oh, maybe then. She's pregnant. I mean, pregnant doesn't necessarily mean limping, but if she's hurting, maybe. What are you doing here? Taking what rest I can after a long day on the road. Grace, I'm a widow. I'll stop short. I barely had 2 seasons to mourn my husband, and he left me with a child. And in difficult times like these, got a sister in Gralton. God bless her. She's agreed to give me shelter in a house. So I went there. There was nowhere else to go. I don't stay in Gralton. I don't know yet, she answers, but if things turn out well, why not? Long journey for you. Like shrugs, have a little coin, your grace. So I have to beg traders on the road to ride in their carts. Spend nights anywhere I have to. The place is at least warm and dry. Alright, I'm looking for a cultist. That's horrible, but how can I help you? You know anyone in this hall? First time I've seen these people. When I stepped over the threshold of this lodge. Anything suspicious? Alika shakes her head. No, I don't think so. Who came in last? Noise from the kitchen. It was like something fell on the floor. And this grumpy old lady, Dumra, came... Oh. So Dumra was in the kitchen and came out. Oh, okay. I don't think it's her. I think it's whoever's in the kitchen. Oh, look. The kitchen servant is busy grinding herbs with a mortar. She's wearing a dress soiled with dark stains. Could be food, could be dirt. And her hair is knotted in a bun with a few stray hairs poking free. Woman doesn't appear to notice you as she makes her way to the stove. You notice she's like, it's you. It's you. Dana. Alright, that's fine. That's all I need. It's you. It's you. Keston, get her. Yeah, I think so. I think, Tana, you know why I brought you here. Kitchen servant casts a wary look at Keston and then you. I would? How? Dear jest, my lord. She gives a half smile if uncertain. How could I know what you're thinking, eh? Keston shakes head. Enough. We know who you are. Lamashtu won't help you. Tana is silent for a moment, then straightens like a serpent, her eyes cold with contempt. Is that so? Her accent has vanished and her demeanour of a peasant shed like a cloak. Then you know little of our fate indeed. Great Mother is with me. Prepare yourselves for her. Yeah, that didn't do you much good, did it, love? Stop, I surrender. The priestess of Lamashtu holds her hands over her bleeding wounds, moaning in pain. She raises the hem of her skirt and starts to wipe the blood from her legs. Her right leg is covered with sores, oozing pus and yellow ichor. You and your minions unleashed a blight across my land because of you. Monsters overrun the barony and honest people fear to leave their homes. The priestess of Lamashtu shakes her head and tries to close her wounds, moaning. That's nonsense. We're the stories about what's happening in barony, human. But I have nothing to do with this. Great Mother rules the monsters of this world. But if you had truly earned her wrath, your lands would have been drowned in blood. No, Baron, you must look elsewhere to blame. Lamashtu and her followers have nothing to do with your troubles. Who are you? I'm a priestess of the cult of Lamashtu, the Great Mother, the ancestors of monsters. The priestess struggles to raise her chin, her voice a hiss. I'm not from these lands. I came because of the pleas of your people who seek mercy of my goddess. I came to these lands in secret and hid my identity from everyone except those initiated in the mysteries of the Great Mother. Even the hostess of this lodge had no idea who I was. And those looking for divine benefaction found me on their own. And more than the followers of Eristal would believe. Tell me about the cult. We are numerous and we are strong. The tribe of Lamashtu followers grows every day, breeds and spreads across the lands of Golarion, in search of places to create new packs. What kinds of rituals are you performing? We pray to Lamashtu, we ask for new offspring in the pack. We mated like wild animals. Hey, it sounds fun. Free of stupid prejudices. Priestess lips curve in a grin. I'll spare you the details, human. Those like you are unable to accept the greatness of our ancient faith. Aren't you a merry bunch? Octavia giggles, waving her finger taunting little priestess. But you know, Callistria's face will have a lot of fun too. Without the risk of growing a pair of tentacles in the process. Don't you dare compare your frivolous goddess to ours. What, you saying your goddess is frivolous too? Who's as old as the world itself? So she's an old frivolous goddess. Your orgies are little more than entertainment for bored townsfolk. Ours are full of primordial wisdom. The more I hear about Lamishtu, actually, the more fun it sounds. What else can you share? Lisa chuckles, of course, Baron. Let's sit here like friends and have a heart-to-heart. Have you allied with the goblins and other creatures in the area? No, we have the same mistress, but our paths and to fate are different. Where are the rest of the Lamishtu cultists hiding? The woman face turned stone. You cannot make me betray the children of the Great Mother. Torture me if you like. Lamishtu will grant me the strength to endure any pain you inflict on me. You're sure about that? The old folk bares his fangs in a grin. Sparks dance along his fingers. Enough about that. All these people in the lodge, are they here because of you? Priestess shakes her head. They were searching for the blessing of Lamishtu. Other gods have denied them, and they had to ask the mother of monsters for her benefaction. Who's a pregnant woman? Olika, poor girl's clinging to an unborn life in a womb. The seed of her husband was too weak. Olika's child is doomed to perish before coming into this world. And the couple from Restov? Yes, several years ago the lawyer defended a necromancer in a court in his native city, and he won the trial. Since then, all Tedrim's attempts to conceive a child were doomed to fail. Pharasma didn't want to prolong a bloodline of a man who protected those who raised the dead. Una has more brains than her spineless mate, so she sought the support of Lamishtu. The child, of course, will bear the mark of the goddess, but Tedrim's don't have much choice. Pharasma's memory is long. Right, and we know it's not her, you've already said that. Keston? Yes. I have nothing against Lamishtu. Priestess, you're free to go. Keston looks at you as if you're mad. Let them go, all of them, but hesitates for a moment, then remembers his place and calmly nods. As you wish, your grace. Dana blinks and sweeps her eyes over you as if noticing your presence. Well then, seems I shall serve the Great Mother in these lands a little longer. Wish to speak, or ask for something, come to the shrine. Alright, we'll head there right now, in fact. Jason throws a tired look over the lodge and rubs his chin, that's all. He looks around the lodge. We'll deal with these people as we've ordered. Suppose it'll be a relief for Dumra to get rid of such troubling guests. Thank you, your grace, for your help and your wisdom. A pity we didn't discover the true reason behind the blight, but at least we have one less mystery. Yep. Right, we'll go to the shrine then. That'll be our last step for today. Here we go. As you approach, Anna raises her head and ties you up. She has changed her clothes since you saw her last. She wears a band across her brow decorated with three-eyed jackal and a live rat with two heads resting on her shoulders, looking cautiously at you from under her cascading hair. The woman narrows her eyes. What brings you here, Baron? How are things with your cult? Anna smiled sweetly. I'm touched that you care, Baron. Worry not. Everyone receives Lamishtu's bliss who needs it. You need not know who they are or what they ask. Alright. Sound like you're not trying to attract new followers. Mother of monsters didn't need sweet sounds or criers yelling a name at the crossroads. When the other gods turn away from mortals, Lamishtu opens her embrace. When your subjects have nowhere to turn, with their troubles, rumours and whispers bring them to the altar of the Mother of Monsters. It's always been this way and it always will be. Tell me about Olika, is she okay? Oh, do you still think of her? Worry not, Lamishtu blessed Olika with and invigorated her womb. The female gave birth to a child and even survived herself. Don't call the boy a pretty child. Who cares? I mean, it's not like I didn't get beaten up by the ugly tree. But he's the light of the suffering of Mother's eyes and a symbol of Lamishtu's mercy. I don't mind your priestly magic. Donna starts laughing. And trust my word, Baron. You'll not be glad of Lamashtu's gift. Don't ask what you know. Don't need. Ever. Your knowledge and skills are useful, but I appreciate unconventional abilities. Maybe you should make a good advisor. Power and influence, tempting any leader. But tolerating a stinking city and foolish crowds for this. Danny's silent for a few months. I could accept the title of High Priest or Counselor if you wish. Yeah, that sounds good. Come join us. Good. I think that means I can get rid of that loser harem. Or this one, I'm not sure which. Right, and that's where we'll end it for now. I've been Yorkie the Barbarian, this has been Pathfinder Kingmaker, and you've been great.